is
a
it?
Ruby or something.
Whoa.
Nope. Yeah, Bruno. Okay.
Classic.
They go single target lockdown, chunky burst, which is the Bruno.
All right, game number 2 here. Ladies and gentlemen, this might be the final game that we see as Malay.
Bruno is a monster later on. So with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're jumping into Land of Dawn once again. What could possibly be our last game in this best of 3 semifinals. The winner of this heading on to the grand finals tomorrow against the defending champions, the Philippines, and the loser will be going off to fight for 3rd and 4th. Look at this, guys.
Exactly the pressure that we were talking about early on, not just for Luke, but Keyboy too. You can see the utilization of the Kali now very deep. Sky's forced back. Keyboy will just run away. Early lead going to Indonesia. And whoa, Keyboy actually wanted to cancel the recall again. Will be kind of a tough spot here. I think Yums will be able to rotate around towards him as well.
Okay, he should, yeah, he gets out, but
He's good.
he did his job. Like, his whole job was just to go ahead and delay Skies. Look at this,
Yeah, Albert is rotating as well. Yums will dish out some more damage onto Keyboy. Decides to go back in. Albert is right there. But Albert is more focused on just the farm. Will go for the jungle to take it away from Skies. Good yin-yang reaction to the mid lane as well. Stormy out-traded here. Has to respect this.
Man, look at this delay, though. So Skies, the delay proved the point. He's going to have to rely on the team to help him, kind of adjust from this. Keyboy will go in, gets the vision. Yums is there, though, too, so they're just going to force Keyboy out. Keyboy has been threading the needle, man, with this early game already, the pressure that he's putting. And it's working so far. You know, he is going to be able to go ahead and heal up with a quicksand guard there too. So doesn't have to go back to the base. And we'll just continue this on. Luke waiting patiently. They all want to go for Skies.
If it's not Luke, it's going to be Keyboy. Positive Vengeance as well. Now Albert rotating over. Has a Spear of Alpha. Keyboy walks up. Gets a Concussive Blast. Baits out the Revitalize. And just like that, they have taken control over the enemy jungle. Skies walks up. Goes in for the Red Tree battle. And wins out the Retribution. But I think they've gone that. Keyboy very low, forced to flicker, and there you go, Gorgeous. With a stab and hem in. No Retribution for Skies. Albert should be able to get the turtle. It is a kill for a turtle traded in.
So even though First Blood going in the hands of Malaysia, because of the fact that they were able to get that Retribution out from Skies, that does get them that first turtle. So a trade across the board for both teams. But Keyboy's doing his job. You know, that he's doing exactly what he has to do here. He's going to continue to do it, even when he doesn't have the level 4. Yums, though, is there this time.
Sandstorm steal from Stormy, and Yums just Jeet Kune Do's him to his death. Sans will only just be able to poke Stormy down to the mid lane. Good maneuvers from Stormy, but still caught in the yin-yang reaction. Forced back.
Wow, that is a whole lot of damage again, why we were talking about the Louis specifically, but I would say Malaysia has at least stopped maybe Keyboy from doing this continuously. Like, he's already been punished. Diversion's going to be used, though. They know the orange is coming up right here, but Skies knows that they have the Louis. They can play with this.
SOD raging. Sandstorm. Yums just ambushed. Skies walking up forward. Albert should be able to get this for free. And the Skies wants to gamble by walking up. Glorious pathway by Gorgeous. Skies zoned away by Luke. Now as Gorgeous goes in for the sun, but it's only on to Albert. A lot of damage placed down on the Gorgeous, but Stormy will come in for the flanks. An interesting one. Luke goes in with the Power Wilderness. Loliel has a few stacks, but Luke pops in the Vengeance, gets the dub, gets the orange buff to take it away from Skies.
So you can see the struggle right now that Malaysia's having when they're just trying to secure the bust of Skies, and the whole plan, like we said, if you missed game 1, it was the Sky show early on with the Fanny. And so the answer has been to deal with the Sans. Oh, he goes in.
Walks up forward, Skies with the fractures, assassinates Sans. Keyboy putting some damage back onto Skies. But Sans also used the Purify earlier.
Yeah, he used it up. Skies does get a kill. He's still behind, though. I mean, look at the difference between him and Albert. Albert level 7. Skies just hitting that level 6. And this might make it a little difficult to fight this Keyboy.
Again, way to drag it, kicked into the fracture. Skies, despite being 2 levels down earlier. He gets 2 kills on, and now he's not that far behind. Luke trying to put on more pressure again onto Malaysia. But gets caught by Jeet Kune Do, stunned again by Gorgeous. Will be able to escape for now. Turtle number 2 spawning in the game again. Whoa, Luke putting in the damage onto Stormy, trying to go for the poke onto him, maybe forcing out the Raging Sandstorm. Turtle number 2 contested. Albert on it already. We'll look for the red tree here. Skies is nowhere to be seen. A diversion to the top again with the Spear of Alpha connecting onto Gorgeous. Even with the Glorious Pathway, he'll be able to escape. Actually runs out from 4 members of Indonesia.
Able to get out with the Glorious Pathway plus the Revitalize, but that is an objective once again for Indonesia. Trying to find what they can. The gold is pretty much still, relatively even. Nothing too crazy right now, but Malaysia has been able to get kills. Skies as well. Again, he's sitting at 2-0. Look at the pressure he's doing at tier 1 in the bottom side. So even though there was so much focus on dealing with him, Skies is still finding these wins across the map, trying to go ahead and even things out, because even when you look at the gold, top side.
They were really good. Raging Sandstorm, good with right over CW, but he's still able to kite away. Lolio just taken down. Diversion play to the back. Where is he going to go? Straight into it outside of the map. They find it now, but they're all going to be caught in the midst of this turret. It'll be Stormy with some damage. Purify on with the Raging Sandstorm. Suns will fall, but Albert claims a double. CW in the bush, looking for the crossbow. Yums will be able to shun Pooh out of there. Meanwhile, Albert pops in with the Spear of Alpha. Stormy, no chunk. We'll be able to get the Terrified down and some healing from Keyboy. Skies walks in again. Still Albert dishing out enough damage. Just standing over Albert. Still able to survive for a bit. Gets assassinated. It's a killing spree for Skies, but CW shuts him down.
What a brutal fight in exchange for nearly a minute there between the two teams. And really, when you look at it and how it breaks down, the gold goes in favor with all of that for Indonesia here. Now, furthering the gold lead that they had, you can see this too, split between, of course, CW and Albert there. But Malaysia is showing fight. They're showing that even when they're down, like they had in the early game, they want to fight it out. Keyboy, once again, up to his business on this Khalid, giving the information they can. The fight for the purple buff, though, for Luke, does get that retribution out for the Sky. So now Orange, he's got to secure that as well, relying on the team for every buff that he can get at this point. And they're just trying to bring it down, bring the heat down a little bit, because Indonesia building things up. And they actually break it in for this third turn of the game. Keyboy takes a couple shots. They go in.
Raging Sandstorm from Keyboy Yums. Deleted turtle taken for free. No retribution from Albert. Now with the Queen's Wings and a diversion. Go to the bush. Stormy to be caught in the Spear of Alpha. Yin-Yang reaction. Stormy disintegrating.
Oh, it's too much. Fighting under the turret. They're going to have to disengage from that fight too. Keyboy doesn't have the Raging Sandstorm, but they still go for it under the turret, in between the two. Spear of Alpha won't land that time, though. Look at how much pressure Indonesia is putting on Malaysia.
That's the Lo Yi we were talking about. That's what Leo was talking about for Indonesia.
Yeah.
They just gotta force out more of these brawls to happen. With the Lo Yi, makes it way easier. With the Hilda as well, that's a signature Indonesian pick when you want to force out fights. For Malaysia right now, they gotta calm down. It seems like they have been able to kind of recover really well in the early game, but now the chaos is getting to them. It really is. It's kind of like reeling them out every single time for these skirmishes. And unfortunately for Malaysia, the composition is, well, at least when they play with the Bruno and the Valentina, it's very front to back, right? And for Skies, I don't see an angle where he'll be able to actually go in with the flank. Luke's always there, way the dragon.
So tanky.
Don't think Luke's going to be taken down here.
Uh-oh. Diversion.
Diversion over. Raging Sandstorm again. Keyboy gets the kill. Stormy steals away the heavy crossbow, but it's another pickup for Indonesia.
Again, this is why the Hilda is so picked up all the time. It's such a hot pick because of the fact, I mean, look what Luke just did. He was enough of a distraction against multiple members, plus gets the way the dragon out. Didn't need the vengeance. Tanky enough. And Gojes could be in trouble here. Even he's a tank.
Spear of Alpha, everything thrown at the horse, and the horse surely goes down. Meanwhile, Luke in a 1v3 situation is a diversion into the back. Skies will be caught again. Indonesia just go with the back, finding a double kill for Sans. CW with a heavy crossbow, and Yums even not able to soak in the damage. Everyone taken out, only Lolio left standing. 13 kills and a big goal lead for Indonesia as the Lord spawns.
That is a huge thing to deal with. And Lolio, look how much damage just that interaction does. This is why the panel was talking so much about the Lo Yi pick. It's what Leo mentioned earlier. It's surgical chaos, man. Like, that's what diversion is. That's how they play around it. And that's why they love to prioritize this hero. So far, Malaysia's head is on a swivel, but there's no way that they catch up because of the fact that they're just falling further and further behind. I mean, think about it. We're at like 9,000 gold deficit, and this all ballooned in the last probably 3 to 4 minutes. And a lot of that had to do with, yes, diversion was great, but Luke doing the work on this Hilda, man, and the fact that Keyboy. Half the time, Luke's not even using the vengeance, though. So that's the difficult thing here for Malaysia to deal with as they approach this fight now.
All right, Albert with the Spear of Alpha, able to catch on to Skies right now, and that's just going to be them utilizing the Lord in the mid lane to go for the turrets. Keyboy with a healing again. Lolio very low, heavy crossbow fight from CW. Not enough to take him down just yet. Now for Malaysia, it's all about the defense. Mid lane, the Lord is still there. They'll be able to clear it out. Malaysia still standing their ground. Good hold by Yums to stop the Holy Defense from being procced in the bottom lane, but they gotta be real careful with this. Very, very careful. Yums, Jikundo, back into the base. Malaysia has another wave to play with.
They're going to have another wave to play with. They're still in this game. They can keep things together the best they can. But look at the pressure already being put on these turrets. They're going to lose the top one as well. They're trying to do their best to keep things together and just kind of clear the waves. But again, it's all up to Malaysia to be able to defend, even with a deficit in this manner. Oh man, it's going to be tough as they get prepped up and ready to deal with this. Because again, when you're looking at the lineup that they have, can they withstand these push-ins, this kind of pressure even from a lineup that has so many options to initiate fights, to find angles, diversion, or raging sandstorm. Any of that falling into place here. They hold on to this one base turret. There's the sandstorm.
Keyboy finding Loliel in the back now, goes in for the healing as well, but there's only one cannon as Loliel is able to dash away. Keyboy gets the kill onto Loliel. An assassination, that's a 1-for-1. Keyboy for Loliel. Now in the mid lane with a big wave. Can they do it?
They're going to keep it together again, clearing the waves out. The 1-for-1, 4 versus 4, trying to hold on to the base turret.
Spear of Alpha from Albert. Stormy isolated. Has the heavy crossbow. Will try to run away, but CW pops in the sprint, goes in for the chase, gets the monster kill. 2 members down. Loliel back in 8.
Waves pushing in top and mid lane. Indonesia with the lead that they have. Can they end the game here? 2 members still down for Malaysia.
Loliel spawning back in. Luke comes in with a vengeance all the way to the back line. Diving onto Loliel, might be able to get the kill right here, but Sans gets gorgeous. Luke able to escape. Yums very low. Albert on the base. Some of the minions crashing down already. Malaysia holding on. Luke still able to survive. Bottom lane base turret taken down as well. 17 seconds for the Lord to spawn. And Indonesia disengaged from the siege.
And all of that work, the base turrets are gone. Diversion to go ahead and send it to the purple buff. They're going to prep up for this Lord. And it might look like Malaysia might not have a choice to contest it. They might just have to defend this, get ready. Gojez just comes up. And Luke, once again, given the information here, that here's Malaysia.
Keyboy too, looking for a set, perhaps a Raging Sandstorm Flicker. Not on the board just yet. They'll get the Lord for free and they'll be happy with that.
Okay, at this point, you already know, huge lead for Indonesia. All the time that they have in the world for them to push this in and get them to a game 3. How can Malaysia keep this together and possibly turn this around? Well, it's going to be pretty much a miracle. They have to have a miracle in their favor. They have to be able to manage the waves that are going to push in with this Lord as well. And it's like, do they have enough damage? Because Loliel's just picking up a malefic gun, and we haven't been able to see him move around on this Bruno the way that you expect towards this later portion of this game too. And right now, waves are going to be managed up. They time up with this Lord. They're going to be pushing this in.
Gojez pops in, lowers properly. Yums goes in, but CW is able to read it out. Now Yums taken down. CW is godlike. That's a double for CW. A triple for CW. Looking for the base, and that surely is the equalizer for Indonesia in the semifinals of MLBB.
We knew it. We knew that we needed a game 3 for this matchup against these Titan teams. Malaysia and Indonesia. And right now, the Indonesian fans around the globe watching can breathe a little bit because they were holding on after game 1, and I know I'm seeing a turner right now too. Her hands are in the air, she's feeling good.